what's it called? As my background. I love that shit, bro. You feel me? Like, nigga, like, that's really my favorite anime ever, bro. Like, they should have, like, I don't know, bro. Anyways, let's take one before the, what's it called? Before we get into this. We already got the lights on dark mode. The curtain is open, so if somebody comes, they gonna get my ass. Let's just pray that we good. Chat, that's all we can hope for. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna move the mic a little bit so I can see the screens. And yeah, let's get into it. That might be like, that shit almost took me out. I ain't gonna lie, I'm already scared. Why isn't this like regular cartoons? I'm thinking it's gonna be cartoons, bro. The fuck?
Picture on the front page of every newspaper in the country, right, Ron?
It's 8 a.m. sharp on a Saturday morning in 1979. Families in the Tampa Bay area turn on their television sets as thousands of sleepy children awake on their day off from school. Some flip to Nickelodeon, where a rerun of Pinwheel is playing.
See, a lot of y'all too young to remember this show. This was my favorite show and shit. I loved Pinwheel. Is that Germ, bro? Is that Germ in the chat? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. What's up, twin? How you doing, bro? Real shit, though. I actually don't know this show. I'm capping.
Some flip to ABC, where they would catch the final episode of a short-lived TV series called Fangface. However, that morning,
what y'all know about Boomerang, though? Y'all see that B at the bottom.
others would opt for a more virtuous wake-up call, flipping the station instead to channel 22, or the Christian Television Network, where a new show was opening the day's slate. A show called Joy Junction is the place to be. Joy for you and me. The show Joy Junction quickly found its place in the hearts of viewers, with kids immediately connecting with the quirky characters and silly games. Their Christian parents, too, found solace in the show's themes and non-offensive stories, creating a program that could be experienced together.
Can they? Let's see. See, I'm too fucking dark, bro. This is the problem. Let me see if I can turn the shit up on the monitor.
As a whole family. From that day on, families all across Florida and eventually across the entire United States came to enjoy the program, which continued on for a run of over 20 long years, until one Saturday morning at 8 a.m. sharp, when, without explanation, the show came to an unceremonious end.
I don't like how
and was
they all
never
got
broadcast
like that,
again.
though. I ain't gonna lie, off rip. The way that everybody just stood up in synchronization is wrong. There's some demonic going on or something. I don't care what channel this was on, bro. Somebody gotta get him. Today,
the show and all official records of it have been scrubbed from the internet.
Evil. I'm telling y'all right now. Evil as fuck, bro.
With the companies behind its creation and the networks that aired it acting as if it never even existed. Some allegedly going as far as to destroy any remaining copies, thanks solely to the heinous events that transpired during and after its television run. This is the story of Joy Junction, the children's TV show with an unimaginably dark secret.
We'll return after these messages.
One of the most frustrating things to me is spam phone.
Sorry, nigga. I don't care.
Spam. Worry about because Aura is all.
Bro, y'all see how long these ads be? Like, this nigga was talking for 40 minutes, bro. Nigga, this nigga is trying to tell to us aura.com, bro. Can y'all see this? Like, I give a damn about some aura, nigga. I already got all of it. Fuck is we talking about?
Absolutely
I'm
free.
sorry.
Just by following that link down below.
Come and join us for a half hour of fun and games at Joy Junction. Now here's Sheriff Don.
Yeah, I know, bro, just trying to pay the bills and shit. I'm a hoe. My bad.
And welcome to this fun little town of Joy Junction.
Joy Junction was both the name of the show and the name of the fictional town in which it was focused. A town where numerous characters converged to tell stories, play games, and answer questions.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm done pausing, bro. I'm dead ass scared. Like something going. Hold on, I gotta close the curtain. Fuck is we talking about, nigga? I'm not playing. Alright, we all good. We all good, bro. Chat, we gonna get into it now. Come on. No more bullshit.
all of which pertaining to Christianity. Each episode followed the same basic structure. They were 30 minutes long and would tackle one general lesson taught in the Bible and tell it through an acted-out story. This was then interspersed with various games and audience participation, as the show heavily leaned on including its young fan base and immersing them in the world of Joy Junction. They even had a live studio audience for every episode, comprised of kids ages 3 to 13, with the participants and crowd genuinely seeming excited to be there, which was largely due to its lovable cast of characters. The most prevalent of these was Sheriff Don, who was actually played by the creator of the show itself, Don McAllister.
And the whole gang is here, so we're going to have us a good time today. Glad you could join us for the next 30 minutes.
He guided the show from segment to segment and often focused on the Bible while driving home the episode's central theme, while also being the one who most often interacted with the children who participated in the show. Then there...
I don't trust him. Everybody that's in this is already, the fits is so fucked up. Look at their fits, bro. I'm gonna go back. Look at what this nigga's wearing. This nigga look like one of the evil cowboys in them games. You know what I'm talking about? The ones where you gotta choose and shit. He one of them, bro. Real shit.
From segment to segment and often focused on the Bible while driving home the episode's central theme.
The quarry, he looked like the sheriff.
While also being the one who most often interacted with the children who participated in the show.
My head hurt.
Then there was Forrest
I'm scared.
Hadley, a soft-spoken professor who, ironically, often had lessons taught to him due to his obvious clueless nature.
Your bubble. He'll even help when you did wrong.
Well, I'm not a pope, but how about he'll even help?
Never trust a nigga that wear his glasses down there. Real shit. Cause what, nigga, what is this nigga looking at, bro? He's looking at something else, and he's not here with us, nigga. His glasses is down here and he's looking up here, bro. And look at the trajectory of where he's looking at. Really, that his pupils is going up here. So if his glasses is down here, why is he even have them on his head? And then look at this nigga forehead on top of that. What the fuck kind of cut is this, bro? Don't ever trust a nigga like this. Fuck is we
When
talking
you're
about?
in trouble.
Hey, Sheriff Don, you're a poet too.
And of course, the fan favorite, Whittler Dan, a caricature of a southern farmer known as the goofy storyteller of the group.
Good, yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm just sitting here reading some of the mail from Joy Junction and some of the jokes in here. Would you like me to read some more? Oh, okay. That's good, yeah. Oh, you want me to read it to you?
But of all the characters to come from Joy Junction, there was one, or two, who were by far the most popular, yet polarizing. Ron and Marty. Played by professional ventriloquist Ronald Williams, Ron and Marty were far and away the most memorable characters for those.
Ah, nah, bro. See, in ventriloquists back then, nigga, they had demonic pets. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no Rex back then from Victorious, nigga. That's a cool nigga, bro. I fuck with cuz. Look at this nigga, bro. This nigga don't look like nothing, nigga. He look like a demon, nigga. Like, his face is just deformed and fucked up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, what the fuck?
Who watched the show, and for obvious reasons too. Many children watching at home found the duo, and Marty specifically, to be off-putting, even horrifying.
Yeah, look at that nigga. I would too. If I was a kid, I'm not watching this. What kind of children, first off? A lot of y'all little niggas, I don't care what age y'all was, bro. Nigga ugly as hell. Real shit, though. A lot of y'all niggas, whoever was watching this, bro, y'all need some help, bro, because y'all was fucked up in the head. Y'all was like, ooh, my nigga Marty. Fuck no, nigga. If I was putting this bitch on, nigga, I would have turned it right the fuck off. Fuck are we talking about? This demonic ass nigga.
With some claiming that the doll gave them nightmares and was just too creepy to look at.
Nigga, I'm finna go to bed soon, nigga. I'm not trying to think of this nigga in my sleep.
Causing many to stop watching the show altogether. But despite this, others found the duo to be hilarious and entertaining, tuning in week after week just to see them perform. For the viewers, it was a love or hate relationship with Ron and Marty. But even so, it was impossible to dismiss their impact on the show. They appear in every single episode that we have available today, and they were often tasked with teaching the children some of the series' most important lessons. Lessons like not to cuss.
Seems like I'm hearing a lot of swear words. All the kids are using swear words these days. And I'm afraid one of them's going to slip out of my mouth. First of all, why don't you try immediately praying and asking the Lord to take those bad words and thoughts out of your mind? Say, that's a good idea.
Practicing self-control.
Self-control? Oh, well, I don't think my self-control works. It must be broken. No, well, no, Marty. I don't think anybody can practice
I ain't lying. this nigga a shitty ass ventriloquist nigga. Like, I don't know if they had another ventriloquist working nigga on Victorious, but this nigga shit. I'm seeing this nigga right now. Say that shit right down, nigga. This nigga talking about something. Y'all don't be cussing now. Nigga, he over here, nigga. I'm seeing this nigga mouth move. Nigga, fuck is we talking about? I would have fired this nigga immediately.
Control all by themselves, but if you'll just ask the Lord to help you, He will.
Defeating bad thoughts.
Hearts will cause good words and thoughts to come out of our mouths. It's almost so, Marty, as if our mouths will overflow with the thoughts and the ideas that are inside of us. You know, we need to be very careful about what we put in our minds and our hearts, Marty. That's for sure.
And most controversially,
Ron, they were looking at some dirty pictures and they wanted me to look too. Well, Marty, what did you do? Well, I said, look, guys, I like you a lot and I want to play with you, but I can't look at those pictures. I just can't do it.
whether it was the lessons they taught or Marty's blatant uncanniness, these two characters were the most vividly remembered part of the show. And this is important as these memories are essentially all we've been left with.
I gotta take the jacket off. It's getting hot.
He'll
This
cover with
motherfucker.
that darkness and with that sin. And when we say he'll wash us as white as snow, that's referring to the sin that's within us.
Joy Junction is classified today mainly as lost media. No official copies of the show have ever been published by its creators or the networks that owned it. It just kind of ended one day and was never talked about again by those involved with the project. And this lack of archiving stretches past just the media itself. If you were to look online for information on the show today, you would find next to nothing. There's no Wikipedia page, no actors, producers, or directors mentioning it in their work history or on their resumes. There's no official website. There's essentially nothing. Not even so much as an official date in which the show started and ended, despite the fact that the show apparently ran for 20 long years. We know for sure that the show aired on CTN in the 1980s, specifically in the Tampa Bay area, before it was later syndicated and broadcast across the country on channels such as TBN and Smile of a Child. But today, none of these networks mention the
Bro, what was niggas watching back then, bro? I'm done. I'm sorry.
show having ever aired in their lineups, and none of them have ever provided an explanation as to why the show was pulled from the air. The only reason we even know anything about it is thanks to old recordings and VHS tapes captured by those who once enjoyed the show. With a few dozen episodes and some short clips from the series having made their way to YouTube in recent years, essentially serving as the only surviving relics of Joy Junction. Because of this, the show is largely a mystery, and information is incredibly scarce and hard to come by. But after doing some digging, I was able to find some mentions of it in old newspapers printed nearly 45 years ago that did shed a bit of light on the context surrounding its creation. The first mention of Joy Junction came in 1978 within the Evening Independent, though at this point it was not even a television show yet. Instead, advertisements were placed in the paper weekly for the Faith Community Church in Largo, Texas, that mentioned including some sort of in-person act specifically for children, called Joy Junction. And sure enough, 1 week later, that same paper included a television guide that mentioned Joy Junction showing on TV for the very first time, giving us its likely premiere date of November 10th, 1979. Aside from this, I was able to confirm that the show did in fact play all across the United States and wasn't limited to just Florida, which might be why finding an exact date on when the show ended has proven essentially impossible. But the most common belief across the internet is that the show lasted until somewhere around 2004, putting its lifespan at a surprising 25 years, which makes it all the more unusual that there's hardly any mention of it online, and that there was seemingly no attempt to ever even archive it.
Oh shit. The fuck? You good? Alright, I was gonna say. One of them niggas might be near.
It seemed as if the parties involved didn't just drop the show and forget about it. They completely washed their hands of it and tried their best to bury it. There are even rumors circulating that CTN themselves had all their remaining copies set on fire and destroyed so that the show would forever be forgotten. And when you consider everything that happened, this isn't really all that surprising. But what is surprising is the extent of the unraveling and the way in which it began, as it all started with a simple water bottle. It's unknown when exactly the discovery was made, just that it was a terrible one. Police arrest a man under the suspicion of distributing CP, only to find numerous images depicting it on his hard drive, with the vast majority of the victims involved being
I hope y'all know what CP is because I'm not gonna explain it to you. But put it together.
impossible to identify, except for one. Within the background of one of the images lay a hidden clue, a water bottle displaying the name of a swim and scuba school in Johnson County, Kansas City. Police did a search of the area, asking for help identifying.
First off, I ain't gonna lie. That's the one weird shit about these fuck niggas. There's a lot of these fuck niggas that be in the church, you know what I'm saying? I'm a church goer, you know what I'm saying? On Sundays and shit. My bad. Thought I heard something. On Sundays. But like a lot of these fuck niggas be on some weird shit, bro. That shit not right. Real shit. Cause what they talking about is real. That shit be happening.
The victim, which led them to a young child who swiftly pointed out their abuser as being a man named Michael Arnett. Michael was immediately arrested, after which the true extent of his crime.
Look at this nigga, bro. Never trust a nigga that look like Michael Arnett, bro.
Arnett.
If you see a nigga like this, first off, to the parents, you let a nigga like this around your children, do better. Fuck is we talking about? Look at this nigga, bro. This nigga look like he up to no good. You see that right there? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Take his ass to jail. Give him the book.
Michael was immediately arrested, after which the true extent of his crime would be uncovered on his home computers. They contained countless photographs and videos depicting the same disturbing material, including a great deal that was produced by Michael himself. The contents of these images are genuinely some of the most appalling I've ever heard described, though we'll get more into that later, because there is something more relevant to this video that they found on his device. It was a lengthy online chat history with a man named Ronald Brown.
And Ron, you're not one to talk. You're always on the telephone, too. Well, I guess you've got a point there, Marty.
This nigga, I told y'all niggas, this nigga did. Bro, I think I just got the eye of a nigga that, like, understand what kind of people, like, bro, look at this nigga's haircut, bro. And he playing with this nigga, and he's shitty at ventriloquism. Come on.
Ronald's life was centered around three things: ventriloquism, Christianity, and children. His primary job was working as a traveling puppeteer with a show called Puppets Plus, working school events, birthday parties, and at local malls. He also hosted a weekly puppet show for his local congregation that he billed as being specifically for children. And of course, he had his role on Joy Junction. Every aspect of his life brought him in close proximity to children, and as it turns out, there were several undisclosed incidents that raised serious red flags about this. The first incident occurred in 1998, at a time when Joy Junction was still believed to be in circulation across TV stations. Brown was driving home late one evening when a police officer pulled him over for speeding. The officer shined his light in the car as Ronald reached for his documents, only for his light to catch something unusual stuck between the seat cushions. It was underwear. Children's underwear. Despite the alarming nature of this, Ronald would end up convincing the officer that nothing strange was going on, claiming that the old pair of briefs merely belonged to his puppet, Marty. That night, Ronald was allowed to drive away without further questioning.
It's because he's white.
Though things get stranger from here. Around the time of this encounter,
A black nigga at this time, they would have locked his ass up and gave him the whole book. Let's be for real, bro.
Ronald had been living in a home conveniently located less than a block away from a popular playground, and upon moving into this home, neighbors began to complain of Ronald's relationship with young children in the area. Every Wednesday, kids from around the block would ride their scooters and their bikes over to his house for free pizza.
Oh, nah, bro. Come get this nigga, bruh. Come get him, bro. Why is he having pizza parties for the chilling at his crib, bro? Come on.
The group would eventually
Where are the parents, bro? Where is the families at?
Emerge from the home, and Ronald would drive them in his van to a nearby church.
In his van? Oh my God, this just getting worse and worse as we go, bro.
Where he would supposedly perform his ventriloquism. These weekly meetups were strange to say the least, especially because they were allegedly fairly secretive, with some children even sneaking off to meet the man without telling their parents. There were even other allegations that Ronald himself had hid their bikes underneath his home, almost as if he was trying to avoid any suspicion.
This nigga said, hid the bike underneath his crib. I'm sorry to keep pausing, but bro, I ain't gonna lie. The police back then wasn't doing their jobs. These niggas used to eat donuts for real. Nigga, when they had the whatever they was doing, nigga, them old ass cars, nigga, that's back when they didn't have jobs for real, nigga. They was police on the side or something.
And although I couldn't find concrete proof of this, it was rumored that when neighbors checked underneath his home, they reported not only finding these bikes, but used sex toys as well, which were stashed there for unknown reasons. There were never any sort of allegations made against Ron, legal or other, for unknown reasons.
Hold on, I gotta go back for y'all. I'm sorry.
But
do y'all see this crib? This crib right here. He's hiding shit under here, right? This nigga live in a shack, bro. This is a shack. This nigga tried to make sure he had no neighbors close to him because he's on weird fuck shit, okay? And then a lot of y'all niggas was letting y'all kids go over here thinking that it was cool. Oh, he take care of the children. And what? Fuck is we talking about? Look at what this nigga crib look like. Y'all need to use y'all intuition. Real shit. This look like a trailer damn near. Like, what are we, bro? Come on, bro.
Used sex toys as well, which were stashed there for unknown reasons. There were never any sort of allegations made against Ron, legal or otherwise, but the red flags here are glaring. Red flags that seemingly went ignored, as people bought into Ronald's act as a God-fearing, silly ventriloquist. Though in reality, the chats found on the computer of Michael Arnett shattered this perception in the most dramatic way imaginable. Though even so, these chats aren't what you would expect. No, somehow they are much, much worse.
I'm nervous, bro. My heart, bro. Can't take much more of this. What the fuck? Whoa. No. This is different, though. Oh my God. Like, I'm like finna shed some tears because I'm so scared, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this shit is blowing me right now. Like, I'm confused, bro. This is different, bro. This is not what I thought. What is he talking about? This nigga's evil, bro. No, bro. I'm thinking some other shit. Y'all know what I'm thinking.
Within their conversations were numerous messages between the two men, fantasizing about not only killing children, but eating them as well, with most of the messages being far too vile to discuss or even show in this video. And this wasn't just fascination, it was obsession. Ronald had even found a child at his church that he frequently discussed wanting to eat, mentioning that he would be the perfect feast for Easter, describing what it would be like to end his life and to consume his body. And this went far past just talking, as Brown had taken photos of the child from afar and had actually been formulating a plan to kidnap him. He had even sent a photo of the child with black lines drawn over it to show the various spots in which Ronald wanted to butcher him. This was all supported by his friend Michael too, who himself—
What the fuck? Y'all are reading this, right? This might be, I think this is actually the craziest video that I watched from this nigga so far. This nigga said, "No, I still want to eat him though." No, let me read it from you. Any luck with your boy? No. Nah, alright. Let me lock in. Any luck with your boy? No. I still want to eat him though. He was looking good in his last pic that I got. Great.
himself claimed to have eaten multiple children.
I bet. Did she taste good? She did. She made a sweet little oven. Whoa, what the fuck? So were they eating children already? She made a sweet little oven roast. Yummy. What was the best part? Just a light peach fuzz. Oh no. Just a light patch fuzz of her red hair left on her head when she went in. Looks so cute.
Children, with a man even sending a photo of a 2-year-old girl that was seen inside of a pot, inside of an oven.
Bro, these niggas were eating children, bro. What the fuck, bro? I'm like at a loss for words right now, bro. I don't know if I want to finish this video. Like, just imagine, bro. You put somebody kid in the oven in a pot, bro. I ain't gonna lie yet, Tayshawn. Like, I really don't really be agreeing with the electric chair, But this is the first time in my life where I'm like, bro, like, they need it, bro. Like, throw them in the chair, nigga. Strap these niggas on, nigga. These niggas is worse than Robert Kelly, bro. You know how far you gotta go to be worse than Robert Kelly, bro? Like, nigga, you took it all the way, bro. Like, y'all are on a different level. Cause at first I'm just like, oh yeah, like, no, I'm not even saying like, oh yeah, like, nigga. At first I'm like, these fuck niggas, bro, they over here doing some weird shit with the kids. Nah, they're children eaters, bro. Like, they eat the children too. Like, what the, bro? I'm gonna stop cussing. Cause like, but y'all gotta understand where I'm coming from right now. I'm shocked. Like, bro, I've never. Bro, oh my God, bro. Like, bro, all right, I'm sorry. It's like, it's one thing to kidnap kids, but to eat them is insane.
And this wasn't the end of the shocking discoveries either, as things were made even worse upon investigators searching into Ronald's username, UE Lime. In doing so, they discovered an account on a website called cutedeadguys.net, which was and is a forum for sharing images of the dead between those who fetishize corpses. And within his account, Ronald stated that he was one of these people too, admitting that he loved the sight of dead boys ever since he was a young man. And he wasn't lying either. Upon these revelations, Ronald's home was raided, where police would find over 200 images containing CP, which didn't even include the hundreds of others showing tied up children, children being abused, and children that appeared to be dead. Along with this, police also found a blow-up sex doll in the home that was dressed in little boy's clothing, and inside one of his sock drawers was another hard drive with images of countless dead children, as well as a single flyer for a missing child in the area. He also had hundreds of images of a young boy named Andrew, who had attended Brown's church and youth group, with the boy having died of a brain tumor years before. Photos that showed the boy's slow physical decline, all the way until his memorial service.
You know, Don, you have to invite Jesus Christ to come into your heart and ask him to forgive you of your sins.
Bro, y'all gotta realize, like, how crazy it is for him, like, bro, to put on this facade every day, bro. Of like going on here, like, he just, like, there's a point when you start to believe your lies, and I think that's where he was at. Of like, I just believe that I'm this person, but I know what I'm doing behind the scenes, but I don't want to believe what I'm doing, even though I know it's fuck shit. That's what it gotta be, cause like it's psychosis at this point. You can't even understand what's going through their heads. Like, this is a serious video at this point, bro. I can't even joke no more. This is something like I've never seen. Like, I don't know how. Like, I don't know. I'm so shocked right now. Like, this is hurting my head, bro.
Upon his arrest, Ronald Brown admitted to everything. He truly did want to eat the child he had been eyeing up at his church, along with many others over the years. Though after saying this, he claimed that he would never actually have carried through with it, and that Michael and him were merely role-playing. This is heavily debated to this day, as technically there isn't proof that any of these delusions spilled over to the real world. But that's only what we know of. And considering the large quantity of CP in his home, the self-admitted obsession with dead little boys, and the actual plans he had to kidnap and eat a child, it seemed clear that it was only a matter of time before—
Real shit, these niggas liars. The hell is we talking about? Alright, I'm done cussing. But bro, they are liars, bro. What are we, bro, I know, bro. Bro, look, let me tell y'all something. He got bikes under the crib. Why is he hiding the bikes? Why is he hiding what he doing? He ate a boy. Boom. He ate a kid. Boom. Somebody dead because of him. Boom. They couldn't find it because it was 1970 something. Boom. You know they didn't have all the technology and all the shit we got now. Boom. For real.
Before he finally followed through with his desires. For Ronald, there was no defense, and because of this, the judge handed down a sentence of 20 years in 2014, which would wind up becoming a life sentence.
Okay. Y'all know I was about to crash now.
As it appears he passed away sometime in 2020, well before.
So it wasn't really life. This nigga fell asleep in jail and didn't wake up.
Before his scheduled release. This discovery changed the entire context surrounding Joy Junction, the wholesome TV show beloved by children all across the country, only for one of its main stars to be outed as a predator of the most disturbing caliber. But there was one last discovery made by law enforcement in Ronald's case that makes the show that much more chilling. During the raid on Ronald's home, officers found a collection of journals that Ronald wrote in daily, where he obsessively discussed young boys that he had been coming into contact with, highlighting his desire to know what it was like to kill them and to know how they taste. These journals, to my knowledge, have never been released to the public, but the thing I find most interesting about this is the date at which these journals started. 1978, meaning that this disturbing desire had been brewing inside of him for decades. And coincidentally, Joy Junction just so happened to start 1 year later, in 1979, meaning that many of the kids seen on this program were likely the very same ones that Ronald wanted to eat. Given this context, it's no wonder why all parties involved with Joy Junction cut ties with it completely. It just changes the entire feeling of the show. From the moment that one simple water bottle was identified, Joy Junction's fate was sealed, and so was Ronald Brown's. Still though, I'm left with many questions after reviewing this case. Was there anything more to that traffic stop in 1998, or those pizza parties with the kids? And
that's what I'm saying, bro. They was not doing their due diligence, bro. Where the police at, bro? Where was the information at, bro? Where was everything at, bro? We gotta do better as a community. Nah, we are doing better. These niggas wasn't doing their jobs, bro.
How serious was Ronald about following through with his plans to kill C, with the answer to these questions likely being taken to the grave along with him? But what I find so fascinating about this case is that the fallout of the raid on Michael Arnett's home is still—
somebody there? Don't be doing that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna finish this video. I'm gonna tell you what
being
this
felt
is
to this
about,
very day. Honest devices weren't just chats from Ronald Brown. In fact, there were hundreds of other predators, with officers going on to arrest many of them, some of whom are still in the process of being tried and sentenced. And when reading into some of these other cases involving Michael, it's evident just how serious these people were about their dark cravings. One of these men was even recently caught having built an entire bunker equipped with torture tools in preparation for his first victim, which he planned to share with Michael. On top of all the CP distribution, these fantasies about killing children weren't just roleplay. These were very real thoughts and very real plans. But the one small bright spot of this case is that the 2-year-old girl that Michael had photographed in his oven, thankfully, was found alive and well. Okay. And he too never got to carry through with eating a child, at least that we know. But his physical abuse against them was in fact very real, and as were his desires that him and Ronald likely would have acted on had this entire ring never been exposed. When it was conceived, Joy Junction was meant to teach children morals, right from wrong, but ironically, many of these lessons just so happened to be taught by a man who was actively engaging in the very behaviors that were condemned by Joy Junction.
Ron, they were looking at some dirty pictures and they wanted me to look too.
I'm telling y'all, he wasn't convinced that what he was doing, like he really brainwashed himself that this wasn't what he was doing on the side. I swear to God. That's the only way you can go through with shit like this.
You should have friends who have pure and clean thoughts and will only give you good ideas.
With his actions forever tainting the show and condemning it to a lifetime of obscurity, remembered only for the man and his puppet who brought the whole thing down.
As a matter of fact, there's something I want to share right now. Really? That's right. Don't go away, kids. Joy Junction is coming right back.
It ain't. Alright, chat.
In your thoughts, you was wishing it's a dream. You could wake up and make your bed, move on to next scene. But in reality, no better than a fiend. If that blunt gets a spark, and you better pass to me. We gotta do better. Just change with the weather. Gotta keep that skin.